to, whatever it takes, whatever we're going to do, the time is now. We must sit down and find a resolution to what is happening. Very soon, there will be no school in this country. Because if you look at it, the education sector is the one that is being targeted now. Look at what has happened in Greenfield University in Kaduna. Look at what has happened in a school in Benue yesterday. So you discover that these things are becoming more and more on a daily basis. And we keep saying the same thing, meanwhile, no result. Nothing is happening. What are we going to do? We are the decision makers of this country. I think we just have to sit down and challenge ourselves and come up with a resolution in this place, and we do a follow-up. Not just writing papers here, we must do a follow-up. If there's need for a national security summit, let it be. Let's go there and tell ourselves the truth. We are even tired with coming for a national security summit because we have been going there, we have done it before, and at the end of the day, we still go to bed. Look at what is happening. In my place, as I speak now, about this time of the year, a bag of maize should be about 9,000. Today, a bag of maize is about 22,000 in my place. Because people have not been going to farm. People cannot go to farm. In Borno State, in Yobe State, and some part of Adamawa State, people cannot go to farm. Now, look at Niger State, where they grow a lot of foodstuff. They cannot go to farm. So where are we going to? Where is the food security? Very soon, this problem of insecurity of food in this country will, in fact, triple. And we are here talking. What are we going to do? Please and please, this Senate should stand up and do something about the security of this nation. Because it's becoming one and too many, all over the place, attacks. Every day, there's nowhere you tune to any radio station that you will not hear about killings here, killings here. It's all about killings. What we were hearing from the Middle East before, it has taken place all over here.
And there comes a time when you cannot but speak the truth, irrespective of the sentiment you may share. Today, Mr. President, all of us have been threatened. Our families, our nation, our state.
Order.
A lot has been said this morning, Mr. President, and I want to thank you for giving us time to speak expressly on this issue. Like my sister was saying, there comes a time when talk will talk itself. There comes a time when truth will become like a torchlight in the midst of silence. So you are forced to talk. Mr. President, we need not run away from the fact that more than ever before in the history of our nation, this is the worst instability we are facing. In fact, this is worse than the Civil War.
Are you in PDP?
Mr. President, the solution is very simple. Today, there are a lot of misgiving, a lot of misinterpretations of what is happening. Some people believe, some people in government are supporting this move. Some people believe, some people sponsor those who are destabilizing our nation within the country. The answer is very simple. We cannot pretend that we are capable of confronting the situation in our hands. America, as powerful as they are, when the pandemic came, it got to a point that China had to claim, they came to their rescue. We shouldn't pretend that we needed foreign support now. Let nobody deceive us, Mr. President. A lot of billions of naira have been voted for security services. Nothing is coming out of it. We wouldn't wait until our nation gets bombed. Let us shout and call for foreign support. I am a APC man and I've been supporting my party. But the president should get to know that it has gotten to a point that we who are supporters, who are members of the APC, we can no longer keep quiet. The president must rise to the occasion. You will not see the truth and you are afraid to say it because you will die. We must open, Mr. President. The nation is on fire. The president must rise to the occasion. It costs us nothing to get foreign support. We must rise to the occasion. We must bring in people to save this country, or else we'll be consumed. Every one of us will have a chapter for history. Whenever the history of this period will be written, whatever is our position, we have a chapter. We cannot keep quiet any longer. It has gotten to a point that we cannot sleep with our two eyes closed. We are not free. Our children are not free. The president must rise to the occasion. There's no nation that is so powerful that doesn't need support of other nations. Individual cannot say you will leave the war without any other person with you. So we must rise. The situation is our security system has collapsed. It has failed. And because it has failed, we need to look for foreign support. It costs Nigeria nothing. Forget the ego, forget the superiority of Nigeria in African nation. Today, we are facing serious problem. If our nation is to survive this period, I'm not in doubt that the security architecture we have today cannot cope with what we are facing. Every part of this country is threatened. From the north to the south, nobody is safe. Nobody can travel 50 kilometers in our nation. I feel like shedding tears for a country that we grew up, where nobody harass you when you travel from Lagos to Maiduguri. I done it in time past. Today, I cannot travel from here to Kaduna to Niger State where I was born. The president must know that this is a bad time for our nation. We must look for foreign support to save this nation. This is my position, Mr. President. We must rise to it. They are killing people in the east, in the west, in the south, in the north. We should shut down the National Assembly. Let's shut down. If we cannot save this country, we stay in our homes. Our country is bleeding. People are in poverty. There's no food. People are hungry. Insecurity is threatening us. We cannot pretend. It's better we are not here than to not see that here people are dying. Every day Nigerians are dying. We must rise to the occasion. And so me, Mr. President.
All right, that was Senator Smart ADEYEMI, APC, Kogi State. They are making a submission to the President of the Senate, Ahmed Lawan. But come to think of it, what is President Muhammadu Buhari saying or doing about all of these happenings in the country? He had a track record. He's not only a war veteran, having fought in the Nigerian Civil War and dealt heavily with the Metaseni religious uprising when he was GOC 3rd Infantry Division 1981 to 1983. Nigerians were confident pre-2015 elections that retired Major General Muhammadu Buhari will bring an instant end to this irritant Boko Haram. Unfortunately, not only has Boko Haram festered under Buhari, terrorist headsmen, bandits and kidnappers have almost taken over the administration of things under his watch. But who are these bandits and what do they want from Nigeria?
I realized from clips we get from the police when that these people are really not educated in any sense. They have no any formal education, most of them, most of the criminals. So I said, let me see and have a contact and see firsthand what is their problem. Let's hear from them. Let's see what are they fighting for. So this is what informed the decision to go and listen to them and see if we can have a way out and solve their problem if it's a problem they have, and see if they are just criminals too. Let's hear what pushed them into criminality. This inquiry or this reason is what made me to go and meet them. No, it will not snowball into a civil war because the intellectual Nigerians are more, the sensible Nigerians are more. There is no civil war in Nigeria. I don't see it at all. You know?
I can hear you.
Yes, I think the government should come in and give amnesty and also compensate all victims on both sides, as I told you, which can be very. They want something to do. They want to be trained. They want schools. They want hospitals. The basic things we take for granted, they don't even have it. We see results immediately, instantly. We see results, and that is the best way to tackle these people. To drop the weapons, ready to drop their weapons, give the government, once they can have an amnesty and come and mingle with people like they do before. They are headsmen, and from their tune, they show us they are forced to do that. We ask them, what are your conditions? If you want to blend and come back with, what are your conditions? And we found their conditions are palatable, and no government should waste its military in trying to kill this poor ragtag population. It's not all, what do you call it, Fulani that are headsmen. In fact, in every region, you have different tribes that are headsmen too. But they have common thing. They dominated the bushes. They are of different, but mostly they are the Fulanis, but there are other tribes you can see from their physique that not all of them are Fulani. Because we cannot appear to them as if we are military men. In fact, when we went there, they said all our policemen should stay behind. The police should, so you cannot interrogate them into their secrecy. That will turn into another thing altogether. They will think we are coming to deceive them. So we said, no, we are just coming to help you and assist you, give you knowledge, bring med doctors to you, assist you. Then they feel comfortable with us. They will protect you. They will not harm you. Once they give you a word, come, they will not harm you. So in fact, that's why I say all the signs of insurgency is there with them. They have leaders, they have discipline, they have a hierarchy, and then they say they honor, what do you call it, truth, if there's any truth with them. And you'll be surprised, we went with some of the local authorities there with them. Some of the local authorities there, we went with them, and they were telling us in front of them, you people, if it is for you, we will not come here. You have deceived us before, or just because we have seen this clergy, that's why we are coming. So you can see it's a question of trust. Once they trust you are not going to harm them, then they can open up and tell you their grievances. I think Nigerians all should embrace peace. That is the best way. And Nigerians should allow them to have a share of the national cake.
So that was Islamic cleric Sheikh Gumi, who has taken up the responsibility of interfacing between Nigerians and bandits. He brings us their opinions and terms, and also takes our opinion and terms to them. He said these bandits were forced into criminality by circumstances. He equally claimed that the bandits are peaceful people, and so they should be engaged in a dialogue, requesting also for these bandits a blanket amnesty and a piece of the national cake. Well, maybe some other day we will look at the concept of the national cake in Nigeria, but for today, let us focus on security, the state of the Nigerian state. I've got a gentleman with me in the studio to weigh in on this topic. Michael Angel Folorunsho is a trained journalist and rhetorician. He has vast experience in political and strategic communication. He has written books published in the United Kingdom and the United States of America. We'll be looking at this topic together this morning. However, the line to call when the time is right is 0705 5000 949. 0705 5000 949. You can also check us out on YouTube, 32FM 949 Ibadan. All right, so I go straight now to my guest in the studio. Angel Folorunsho, it's good to have you join me on the program, the Podium.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to be here once again.
Now, the state of the Nigerian state is one seriously worrisome at the moment.
Yeah.
And from the perspectives of Nigerians and even the media, we will have to keeping it on the front burner until peace and sanity and stability is achieved. But what do you make of the security situation in this country now?
Well, thank you very much. The concept of security has to do with freedom from threat, freedom from danger, and freedom from death. But what we are having right away now is as if the non-state actors are trying to take over Nigeria. And we have not just arrived at this situation just like that. It's as a result of a lack of strategic planning and thinking. And some of us, we told them when this thing was about happening in 2009, and then they did not listen. They were describing us as people who are hungry, and then that we don't know what we are doing. You can see it now. So if a nation is not strategic, and then you allow yourself to be plunged into what they call unphilosophic darkness, that is where we are finding ourselves. So it will be difficult. You'll be looking for light so that you can get out of that darkness. So now Nigeria is looking for the light. They cannot get it because the darkness is spreading more and more. And as a result of that one, you see human beings taking arms against their nation, which is unconstitutional. There are certain sections of Nigerian constitution that say you should not take arms against your nation. So we are taking arms against your nation, and then you are now making money out of it, and then you are now giving them all sorts of names, and then people are dying. Some are going into ID camps, and no justice, no progress, no anything. Considering though there are some underlying factors when you look at this thing, and then you see another one. You talk about giving of definitions. They say bandits, they say terrorists, they say insurgents. Studies show that what is currently going on in Nigeria is terrorism, nothing but terrorism. For somebody to come and be telling me that a bandit, and when you look at all the features, then I'll be asking some questions. So these are the things. If you don't give proper definition, problem analysis and diagnosis will be difficult, because you will just be misdiagnosing the problem, and then you'll be getting wrong answers all the time. And then if they continue this way, this thing will continue unabated in Nigeria.
How did we get here as a nation?
Well, we got here as a nation. In particular, if we are narrowing into the issue of insecurity. Around 2009, we heard about this Boko Haram. 1991-92, Boko Haram was a religious sect in Kaduna. Bakasan Boko Haram, I have a brother who used to be in Kaduna in those days. So all of a sudden, even from this Boko Haram, commissioner was appointed among them. When the goings were getting on well with, Bunu Sharif, that former governor of
Alimadu Sharif.
Alimadu Sharif, thank you, of Borno State.
Borno State.
And all of a sudden, something, maybe they got disagreed. The army struck these people. The army that are now facing crisis today, and the police, they went to these people. They did some kind of attack. They said all the things promised them, they could not get it again. And then they started misbehaving. And their misbehavior had not risen to the level of terrorism. You understand? And then after some time, they couldn't get it right again. Then their leader, that is Muhammad Yusuf, 41, was arrested by the army and handed over to the police. Till today, we did not know how that Muhammad Yusuf got killed in the cells of the police. So they are facing the problem they created themselves. The man Yusuf was a peaceful person at that point in time. But Shekau was hiding as the second in command. So at times when you get, that's why in security parlance, you don't just arrest leaders at times. Because of the ripple effect the arrest will cause. That's why they always surround them. A good nation, or those who understand security something, will be talking with those people. They will be surrounding them. They will be giving them what they call cooperative strategy, and then conciliative and coercive instruments deployed, which we call carrot and stick. But now you just finish the man, and that one led to the rise of Sekau.
And since then, we've not been able to quell it as a nation?
Yes, they told us that they were defeated them. At times they would say they degraded them. All sorts of language you'll be hearing from them. That's what I call distancing language. Language that will not have, that we just sort of put things off. So all these things now, and then you are now seeing them. After some time, government is not even helping matter. You see terror from above, you see terror from below. We have two types of terror, and then we have international and domestic. We started with domestic terrorism. Now it has been scaled up to international, because the coming of ISWAP, as a result of the problems of that, we told them all these things. It's as if I'm even repeating it.
But come to think of it, does the Nigerian government understand the context of the problems on ground, and are they paying sufficient attention to it?
They didn't understand the thing. Reason being that, in the first place, when these people came, and then they were supposed to be described as terrorists. Some of them are saying insurgent. They don't know the difference. It's bad. 2 books have been written on this thing, courtesy of research. It's as a result of.
They don't know. They're deliberately hiding information.
Maybe they wouldn't. That is what they call information asymmetry. information that is meant for 12 noon, if you delay it to 3 p.m., it will no longer work. It's deliberate. That's information asymmetry. Then this one is asymmetrical warfare. The warfare that you don't have flanks. Those chaps will come, hit and run, guerrilla strategy, kidnapping, suicide bombing, what have you. Then laced with religious millennialism. That is, we are going somewhere that you don't know. And then death here doesn't mean anything to us. These are the things happening. To go and be fighting that type of people and you allow them to take over your nation, the nation is finished. You don't allow that, they take them out surgically. You don't waste time, even if it's your brother. It doesn't matter.
Take out.
How? Yeah, you take them out. That's the way to put it. You understand? When you take something out, you don't allow things to fester. The thing
you don't negotiate with terrorists.
You see, if even there of all about 11 means through which you need to work with terrorists, they are using one alone, and that is military option. What about the remaining 10? They are not. They can't get. I'm talking about study. It's not just people want some story.
Do you want to share?
Yes, we are ready. We have been sharing the thing, but I don't know whether they are listening. Look at it. You are taking military option, that is to take them out or to neutralize them. People who say they are ready to die and they are ready to go anywhere, and then that one will pay them. So, what about other issues? There is the concept of justice. Once you have been declared a criminal anywhere, that is crime you have committed, that it means is a malfeasance, is against the nation. And others have committed lesser things. Some have stolen goats and they are serving 3 years somewhere. Some 7 years. I know of a guy now that is serving currently for just helping to sell. Not that he stole the money. A man of God. We leave that one. People like that are behind bars. Somebody now has taken harm against the nation under the pretext that they have underlying condition. I don't have food. Go and work. It doesn't appeal to reason. So justice is number one. Arrest the arrestable, take them to court system, and prosecute them. If at the end of prosecution is found guilty, spread the justice. If in the end you now want to give amnesty, justice is number one. So I can never understand what these people are doing. They can't get it. They have not got it right. Okay, you have just dislocated some group of people, dispossessed them. They are now in ID camps. You have burned their houses. Somebody who has done that one, I say you should give him amnesty or amnesty. The people you have killed, their girls and whatever, they are in the camp. How do you explain things like that one?
Just keep your gunpowders dry, comrade. When we return from this commercial break, we will be sharing more ways and methods of combating terrorism in the country, and some other conversation will come thereafter. Please stay tuned. Do not go away. It's 32 FM, the Podium. Don't go away.
32 FM
94.9.
Wow, Deeper Life High School, home of quality education, located at Kilometer 10 Ibadan Oyo Expressway, opposite Deeper Life Campground. Our school is a mission co-education full boarding school. We are taught in the 21st century classroom and modern facilities to make teaching and learning fascinating.
Students are committed to all-round qualitative education with emphasis on academic and moral excellence. The school operates an e-learning system and can boast of cutting-edge facilities manned by competent and highly workforce.
Our facilities include 1 computer per child, well-equipped modern laboratories, modern libraries, comfortable hostels, modern sports complex, glamorous geographical gardens, fully automated e-learning process. Every child receives maximum attention because every child is important.
Admission into 2021-2022 academic session is in progress.
Log on to our website www.deeperlifehighschool.org for online form.
For further inquiries, visit our email delicious@yahoo.com. You may call 081-5060-9684 or 081-5819-0119. Deeper Life High School.
Titan Farms, Titan Rice, Nigeria. Homemade rice with good price. I don't want correct rice. Titan when no get stone at all. Titan rice, better rice. Titan, you go buy your own. Titan rice. Oh yes, Titan Rice is a non-mushy, non-sticky and no-stone Nigerian-made rice. Titan Rice is available for nationwide distribution. For inquiry, please call 0906-007-9714 or visit our website via www.titanfarms.org. You can also earn a fortune by investing with Titan Farms today and earn great returns on your investment. Incredible, isn't it? What are you waiting for? Visit our office today at Titan Farms House, opposite Motor Dealers Association car lot, Akala Express, off New Garage, Ibadan. Titan Rice, a product of Titan Farms. Better rice, I take you go buy your own. Titan Rice.
Uncle Dentist, what's be cavities and how Colgate take they protect my teeth from cavities? Shey they use Kung Fu?
No dear, na hole for teeth they cause most tooth pain will be cavity. But if you use Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection, take brush every day. The confirmed formula could help keep natural calcium inside our teeth. We could protect them from tooth decay.
Time don't reach to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate, because Colgate locks calcium in.
Now the Nigerian Dental Association, they recommend Colgate.
ọjọ́ ọ̀la àwọn ọmọ wa ti kọjá ká sọ ilé ìwé dágbádá wá nǹkan jẹ o. ìdí rèé tí àwọn ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n tí ọjọ́ ọ̀la àwọn ìwé wa jẹ lógún fi ṣàgbékalẹ̀ ilé ìwé kan àrà ọ̀tọ̀ tí ìjọba orílẹ̀-èdè yìí àti tilẹ̀ Germany sì bu òǹtẹ̀lù Elizabeth Coast International German School. ilé ìwé tó fún àwọn ìwé wa ní ọgbọ́n òun ìmọ̀ tí ó yè kooro lọ́nà ẹ̀kọ́ ti orílẹ̀-èdè yìí àti ti orílẹ̀-èdè ilẹ̀ Germany. à ń kọ́ àwọn òbówẹrẹ wa láti jẹ́lé òsinmi crèche primary àti secondary. gbogbo àwọn olùkọ́ wa aláwọ̀ dúdú àti aláwọ̀ funfun ni wọ́n kójú òṣùwọ̀n. àyíká wa rẹwà ó sì dùn wò lójú. owó wa ò gani lára rárá. àǹfààní wà fún àwọn ọmọ ilé ìwé wa láti lọ rèé ṣe ọlídé ní orílẹ̀-èdè ilẹ̀ Germany ní gbogbo ìgbà tí wọ́n bá ń bẹ lẹ́nu ìsinmi sọ́mà. ọgbà bí wọ́n bá sì ti parí ẹ̀kọ́ wọn tí wọ́n sì gba ìwé ẹ̀rí mo yanrantí ààyè àti kàwé sí gbé àti ṣiṣẹ́ ní orílẹ̀-èdè ilẹ̀ Germany ti di ìrọ̀rùn nìyẹn. ẹ yá tètè wá fi orúkọ ọmọ yín sílẹ̀ ní ilé ìwé Elizabeth Coast International German School 33 Adeyi Street off Awolowo Road nítòsí Davis Hotel Old Bodija Ìbàdàn. telephone
0812-325-5076 tàbí 0812-141-6830.
egbògi kan ti délẹ̀ yìí egbògi àtẹ̀jẹ̀ ṣe ni ó dára fẹ̀jẹ̀ gidi gan. Veneto cleanser ló ń jẹ́ o. Veneto cleanser ló ń jẹ́ o.
ojú rẹ̀ ṣàǹjọ̀lọ̀ lójoojúmọ́ kí làṣírí ẹ wà rí.
Veneto cleanser ni.
já mi sí ọ̀rẹ́.
Veneto cleanser egbògi àtẹ̀jẹ̀ṣe tí bàdọ̀tí ara wọ̀ yá ìjà rẹ̀ wọ́n mọ́lẹ̀ ṣe wọ́n yẹbẹyẹbẹ. inú tó ń kú tó ń dàrú gbòdògbòdò kò bára rẹ̀ èrí inú ẹ̀jẹ̀. amọ̀nà ti dé o. Veneto cleanser egbògi àtẹ̀jẹ̀ṣe tí a fi ewé àti egbò ṣe ní ọ̀nà tìgbàlódé. NAFDAC fòǹtẹ̀lù MA1 Nigeria Limited ni wọ́n gbé Veneto cleanser jáde. a wà ní nọ́mbà 17 ọba akínyẹlé off Adeogun Street Aláàfin Avenue Olúyọ̀lé Estate Ring Road Ìbàdàn. telephone 08034051533 fún títà àti rírà. ìwọ náà darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Veneton cleanser àmọ̀tẹ́kùn egbòogi tí ń ya gbogbo kòkòrò inú ẹ̀jẹ̀ wẹ́lẹ́wẹ́lẹ́.
Have you always wanted to have solar power in your home, but you've been told it's expensive? Do you want to learn solar installation or become a distributor of solar products? Then, listen closely. There's a company that's making solar products more affordable and accessible and training people in the business. I'm talking about Brainmass. At Brainmass, when you register with 5,000 Naira, you become a member, which gives you access to buy discounted solar products, learn solar installation, become a distributor, and also earn from referring others. ẹ má jẹ́ kí àǹfààní yìí fò yín ro. ẹ lè di distributor àti installer iná solar. ẹ sì tún lè ra àwọn èlò solar power ní ẹ̀dínwó. gbogbo ẹ̀ tẹ́ ẹ bá ti register pẹ̀lú 5,000 naira. a wà ní suite 4 Abẹ́bí Plaza opposite NNPC filling station Àròmẹ́ta Ẹlẹ́yẹlé Ìbàdàn. ẹ lè pè wá sí 070-311-93063. Brainmass. Power solution with a difference.
ire wọlé o ẹ wá jẹ̀fà o. ire wọlé o ẹ wá jẹ̀fà o. oṣù karùn-ún la wà yìí o ẹ wá jọ̀pọ̀ o. ire wọlé o ẹ wá jẹ̀fà o. ire wọlé o ẹ wá jẹ̀fà o. ire wọlé o ẹ wá jẹ̀fà o.
Bàbá Asúlè, kí ni múlò yín dùn tẹ́ mórin kọ?
Roland Properties náà ló gbé edé Kasagua nínú oṣù tó yàtọ̀ sí gbogbo oṣù karùn-ún láparí àwẹ̀ Ramadan, oṣù karùn-ún àjọyọ̀ fún àwọn èwe àti àti àjọyọ̀ fún àwọn òṣìṣẹ́. Torí ẹ̀ ní Roland Properties ṣe kófà wá láti donílẹ̀ ká donílẹ̀. Pẹ̀lú ẹ̀dínwó lóríṣiríṣi. Ẹ̀bùn pàtàkì tá a lè fún ọmọdé a lè ralẹ̀ fún wọn. Káwọn náà di ọ̀dọ́mọdé onílé. Gbogbo ilẹ̀ wọn pátápátá ló láàbò tó péye. Àti àwọn ìwé tó jójú lówó. Ọmọ onílẹ̀ ń dani láàmú ò sí ń bẹ̀. Bàbá ń bari ẹ̀ san díẹ̀díẹ̀ àti ẹ̀dínwó ń bẹ lórí àwọn ilẹ̀ wọn. Ó yẹ fẹ́ mọ̀ sí abẹ́ fẹ́ ra ilẹ̀ pè wọ́n sórí nọ́mbà yìí 08062353681 08147940794 Roland Properties lóní kẹ́ẹ̀dónílẹ̀ kẹ́ẹ̀dónílẹ̀.
Dádì mọ́mì ẹ ra ilẹ̀ pamọ́ fún ọjọ́ ọ̀la àwa ọmọ yín.
Adio. Bàbá ẹ kú kalẹ̀ wá wo nǹkan. Ó rí pé àtòkèrè ló ń là káyè tí wọ́n wo sàkún nǹkan ṣáájú káwọn kan tó máa fóúnjẹ láwa lójú níjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ti káwọn ọ̀dọ́ kan jọ sílùú Awẹ́ láti máa kọ́ nípa iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ lọ́nà tìgbàlódé lábẹ́ àmójútó àjọ IITA.
Mo rí bẹ́ẹ̀ bàbá ṣẹ́yìn ọ̀gbọ́n tí ń lọ ń gbòòrò ni wọ́n ní ìṣèjọba tí ń bẹ lóde báyìí audio government ni wọ́n ń pè.
Èwo lẹ̀ ń pè báwọn.
Ìjọba tí ń fẹnu yaran sọ́bẹ̀.
Àdìó mi bí mo ti wí fún wọn pé kò yé wọn pẹ̀lú ọ̀bọ̀já wúrà ṣé nǹkan tá a fojú rí ni àbí n tó farasin. Àkànṣe iṣẹ́ ń lọ lọ́wọ́ lórí àwọn ọ̀nà jákèjádò ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ iṣẹ́ sì ń lọ lọ́wọ́ báyìí lórí ètò ìlera tó múnádóko ètò ẹ̀kọ́ ò sì gbẹ́yìn o bẹ́ẹ̀ sì làwọn òṣìṣẹ́ àtòṣìṣẹ́ fẹ̀yìntì ò láláṣẹ mọ́ kí wọ́n tó rẹ́tọ̀ wọn gbà.
Bàbá gbogbo ń tẹ́ ẹ sọ yóò tọ́ ni kò sí rọ́ńbẹ́ àmọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ yìí lọ́wọ́rọ́ pọ̀ kò jónú ẹ̀rí bí gbòòrò ti rí ni ṣé bó ṣe yọrí nù ẹ sì mọ̀ pé eégún tó bá rorò làwọn á kó bí ìbọn lẹ̀.
Àdìó àti gbọ́n jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ eégún tó bá ṣoore fún wa báyìí làwọn ń kó bí ìbọn.
Ẹ kú àgbà bàbá. Ilé-iṣẹ́ ètò ìròyìn àṣà ohun ìrìn àjò afẹ́ tìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ló ń kéde.
When the people became silent,
the government became oppressive. It's time to lend your voice to politics.
On 32 FM 94.9.
Safasa pelisizo simnyama Iwasafa Isizo saba Kavula mo Anitaleniko Kalize
94.9, 32 FM. The Podium is a program that is live now. Michael Angel Folorenshaw, my guest, is still with me in the studio, and we are looking at the state of the nation. Security at the front burner this morning. And before we went on that break, I was talking about ways of engaging terrorists. He shared one already. Let's have your thoughts.
Yeah, thank you very much. You see, there is what they call border terrorism, border. And Nigeria, it is on record that she has more than 1,000 porous borders. You know the implication of that, which means anything goes, anybody can enter anytime. So which means you have to do something about your border. This is an emergency situation. I suggested a long time ago that there should be a kind of a buffer. Basically, fully buffer. Or can you do that one in the north? The strict border system in the south is not operable in the north. Let us call it spade this way. Wherever we want to
not properly mapped.
It's not. They're not doing it as expected. So even some of these videos going viral, whatever, you see some illnesses, find something coming with all sorts of human beings with guns, all these Boko Haram, whatever they call themselves, and they will be coming in and no interception. You don't run a nation like that one. In sovereign system, territorial integrity is number one. Then sovereignty, two. That's the second. What is flooring all those is technology. But that technology should have been deployed now to tackle those that are infiltrating our territory. Gradually, they are taking away this nation. And then nobody is trying to see it that way. They are just saying that some of their brothers and sisters are coming in. Then you leave that one, you look at the concept of education. You need to educate people. Those that have witnessed terrorism in their various states, all over the world, they use the concept of education, consistent and serious campaign, like you are doing election. On radio, on television, everywhere. People must be aware. In local languages, they must be aware of security. Security is the business of everyone. Then we must know that crime is local, as politics is local, criminality is local. It's not Abuja. Governors should be doing a lot of things in their area. Chairman should be doing a lot of things, or chairperson or whatever, in their local government, everywhere. But then you see governor, they will run to Abuja. It's Abuja, say to your state or Shu state. You see, the problem is multi-various and multi-perspective. And then he's making how to solve the thing now to be, again, different forms of solutions. And then you leave that one, you go to the legislation. That's another way of solving it. of a sovereign. These are the listed things that have worked in other nations. Legislation. One law for one section, another law for another section. Where is that law? Law, there's neutrality, and then there's the rule of law. And the rule of law will carry 3 critical things: supremacy of the law, equality before the law, and then fundamental human rights of those that are involved. Are we having all these things? We have heard from leaders in this country in a toxic culture, by way of saying that if you attack Boko Haram, you are attacking the North. How can any normal human being be talking that way? People are killing others. They are wasting lives. And there are some people on death rows in the prison. They want to go and die because they kill people. Now some group are killing circumstantially. You are now saying justice and the law must be changed because they are some from certain section of, because you don't run a nation that way and the nation will get anywhere. That one will be bringing more and more antisocial behavior in the society. So we need to look at all those things. Then the role of civil society from the NGOs. Those one can play bifurcated role. 2 ways of looking at it. Some can be negative, the other one can be positive. Because some of them can be ferreting things negatively. Those that are unpatriotic and against their nation. And some quislings who can sell off their own nation. But the positive aspect will be the one whereby this campaigning, when you are getting to the level of a de-radicalization. The de-radicalization that they are doing in Nigeria now is fake. You are de-radicalizing somebody who is harmed with religion and religiosity.
I was going there.
Okay. So these are the things that, some of the things that you then, apart from that one, you have to look at the issue of religion. And then the workings of the terrorist system. They have organization, cohesiveness of the organization, leadership, and then then the strategic communication is their key value. And when they use it, they use, which means multi-level approach to communication system. And intelligence is honed to the level of heavily financed by them. But your people here, and we have told them, then you must set up special squad like Delta Force Squad in America that took off the people like Osama bin Laden. It's part of that research. This one, they just called themselves, you battalion, so go there. To go and do what waste here done.
Now, in your book, Tactics of Toxic Leadership, a study in existential tyrannies, I beg your pardon. In its preface, it argues that it is contradictory to conceive of a one-person leadership.
Right.
This is premised on the perception that a leader emerges from the activities of the followers, in the sense that the leader taps from the resources of the followers.
That's right.
To cast a vision.
Yes.
The leader, according to you, is a problem solver,
right.
Influencer, mobilizer, ego reinforcer, and agenda setter.
That's right.
The essence of the leader is to appropriate every available resources to mitigate and upgrade the standard of living of the followers.
That's right.
An incapable leader, however, courts trouble for himself and followers when he piles pressure on his followers owing to his own incapacitation. The condition of the followers will then begin to get worse, and the leader acquires unhealthy, bloated ego. This is when leadership becomes toxic.
That's right.
You said a toxic leader undermines the rules, the rule of law, create an atmosphere of fear, and devalues the condition of the followers in order to perpetuate himself in power for selfish interest. What was going through your mind when you wrote this? And did you have anybody or someone in mind when you said this?
Oh Lord, I'm not supposed to be laughing because I'm bleeding inwardly. The nation is not ready. The streets are not smiling. But the basic thing is that I have not been that happy, given the way things are going on in this country. So when I was writing this book, some thought that perhaps I was focusing one man in Nigeria here. I said, no. I felt that this type of book is very rare here. I don't know whether another fellow have written. It's not that the one is trying to boost, but I tried to copy some experts outside the country, looking at the way it is. And then for Africa, because this is a problem of Africa. In a toxic culture, you have toxic leaders. Toxic leaders simply means bad leaders. They are not for their followers. Nepotistic and narcissistic, I will explain. Narcissism, from Narcissus, that Greek man. You go to the world, you look at yourself, what do you see? You see your image, which means self-centered and egotistic. They are not bothered about what is going on. and then they will raise they will devalue their followers, the conditions, whatever, food, security, everything, they are not bothered. So what was actually going, I look at my surrounding from another literary angle, and I say, things are not going as expected. Then let me try my hand. Maybe this will be part of things that will help Africa leaders. Sit-tight syndrome, what have you, they are not nepotistic, they put people there, even they don't benefit them, they just put them there because they are their people, not as a result of merit, and so on and so forth. So all these are then you see political policing, political police, the secret police. They go, they arrest people, vocal people, they arrest them, they smash them, they put them inside because they are saying the truth. They have forgotten that history will put them at the junkyard of his own direction and projection. And then apart from that, they turn people to social death. Social death, civil death. You are living as if you are not living, and so on and so forth. Then you see asymmetric information system. They deceive. Like Mohammed will say this one, another person will say another one. Cacophony of voices. These are the things going on. So with this book can face anybody. I don't care about. I don't look at anybody.
Nearly every Nigerian believes that the bane of Nigeria's development is bad governance and leadership.
Yeah.
From your assessment, is leadership really the problem with Nigeria?
That's the problem. Reason is that if you look at the concept of leadership is the vision carrier. And if there's no vision, then already the world turns. Aristotle talks about the issue of life in the area that he said during the darkest moment, that is when to shine the light. Now there is no light and there is darkest moment.
And those who say Buhari came in at the wrong time?
I don't even want to discuss this matter because I don't fancy his leadership for anything. Buhari, in the first place, is he supposed to even be in power? That's the question. He doesn't have the capacity. He doesn't. To rule in a modern time that is digitalized. In a modern time that people are now talking about what they call transhumanism, post-humanism. Thinking of a life-enhancing thing. Now you are still talking about things at the primordial level. People are already moving to life-enhancing era, which they call post-humanism.
What happened at the point of his election? I said in my preamble that most Nigerians believe that this man has the capacity to turn things around since 2015.
Yeah.
And that is why he's here.
You see, I don't want to take the man up more. He lacks the capacity to lead a nation. When you look at what it takes to lead a nation of this type of a complex something, now, then, I want you to link that one with the political party that puts the man forward. Party system is zero. Because I wouldn't have expected that APC will be watching. I mean, in the days of our Bolaige, they will have settled their thing at the party level. You will just go there and go and implement. But now you see them, they will use party as platform. They will not say they have agenda. Their own personal agenda.
The problem isn't at the elective level, it's at the selection level.
Yes, at the even pre-selection. Who are you first? What is the level of preparation to come and lead the rest? What do you have upstairs? In terms of personality, in terms of your social capacity and your personality, and that personality, if you go by the Marxian aspect, you talk about volitional quality as a person, intellectual quality as a person, that's education and co. Then emotional quality, that one comes in the realm of what they call emotional intelligence. I feel bad. Where is Lia Sharif? I've never heard any president asking that one, or weeping, or even traveling. So these are the issues.
I don't want it to look as if we are putting Buhari on the spot.
No, I'm not talking. I don't want to discuss him.
Is it true that the present government is unwilling and unable to tackle the situation on ground?
This government has nothing to offer when it comes to certain things. They may be doing well in some other areas.
Like?
Those that are benefiting from them will say they are doing well, and they won't want them to leave. I'm not against that one. Some say they are doing social investment, whatever. All these sending money to the elderly ones and what have you. For how long you can run a nation that way? When able-bodied people, they don't get job, no enabling environment for them to get job, and then you are now just giving pittance. Take for example, look at minimum wage, 30,000 naira. You will buy a bag of rice. the money to convey it home is not inclusive in that 30,000. The moment over to 30,000, you can't buy Maggi, you can't buy any other thing. Just leave that one as that. So generally, this government, maybe Buhari would have tried, but he's having what they call presidential ailment.
What does that mean?
It's not well. It's not well. He's been frequenting the medical tourism, tourism in London, in England. There.
You don't have any report to the contrary.
Which as though that is well or what? If they are shielding it, those that are treating him, are they shielding it? We know that Buhari has health condition.
There is nothing like that from the presidency.
No, what I'm saying is that why should he travel to London? Let's say he went there for medical something. Months he was there. You understand?
Private individuals do that too.
No, I am not against. That one is affecting him. He said it before. He said, if it was to be the time that he was much younger. What was the meaning of that one?
Now,
so we leave that one to him.
Ensuring security of lives and property is a statutorily imposed duty of law enforcement agents and a right guaranteed to the citizens of Nigeria. The Senate is saying that perhaps we should look at recruiting 5,000 security personnel, and also that President Buhari declare a state of emergency.
Zero. They will never achieve anything. It's not that I'm pessimistic. They have got it wrong from the beginning. To now say you want to get to the top, you want to correct it. No. Let this government go the way they want to go.
You wait till
whoever will be coming. I mean, they will go. Won't they go? This is the second term. This is the second term. But the only thing is that for how long shall people continue to die? This type of death they are dying. Those people that have been dislocated, removed from their land, when you know what land means in Africa. Some marauders from the neighboring country coming to Nigeria and be taking over land, and then people say they will be watching them. And you go and report. I have known several instances where they have reported certain cases to the police. They will say, if it is this matter, don't bring that one. Is that the way to run the nation? And you say they are law enforcement. What are they enforcing? See the rate at which they are killing the Nigerian security people.
Attack on police formation. What do you see as the general implication?
The implication is that we are gradually, if you have not been there, into what they call anarchy. Anarchy, Prouding describes anarchy as a state of lawlessness. Hobbes, all these political philosophers, they talk about all these things, and they are now happening. If you kill police, just like that, without doing anything, and then you know what it means. Which means those who will be coming in will be unorganized, violent, lay-inclined people. And you'll be seeing more and more violence.
But it wasn't like this before.
It couldn't have been like this.
How did the uniform suddenly lose its former respect?
You see, so many things have happened. Look at hip-hop. You declare hip-hop terrorist gang. They are separatists. That's the language. The literate people on government mind, with their PhD, with their professorial chairs or whatever. Somebody says he's no longer seeing it fit to be part of your country. All you need to do is that, are you saying it alone? All of you. This is referendum. Quebec did it. He couldn't get it in the first instance in Canada. You understand? So what is they are suppressing people. They are repressing and suppressing. You can never get answer other than violence, where you are repressing and are suppressing people. That's the idea. If certain group of people say we want to go, you say, you want to go? How do we know that one? Through referendum. United Nations will come and conduct. It's not a bad thing. These are problem solving things. Belgium now is very soon now. Belgium is going to be being too.
Is that the solution?
I'm telling you, anybody who is listening now may be hungry. The solution to this country, even after terrorism, is that the incompatible, which some people will call velvet marriage, will need to be reviewed. I used to be an apostle of restructuring.
Reviewed.
Yes, I used to be an apostle of restructuring. But now, it's a time wasting.
What happened?
No, I'm no longer interested in that one.
What happened?
What happened is that some elements are telling us that why should you restructure? As if they are the Lord and Master of this country. And they are minority. Any nation where minority keeps directing the affairs of the majority, The place will never know peace. I'm telling you, I have facts and factless. Between 1995 and 2010, the world has produced 32 brand new nations, including EU, that you think nothing should have happened. And the British that is making mouth here and there, Brexit. Scotland is smarting out. And if that one goes, because Scotland is interested in EU, and Britain is no longer interested, then it means not Ireland will be getting it. Belgium, as we are speaking, Flanders, the Flemish, they are preparing to go. So you don't feel bad about any nation state or group say they are going. Take for example now, the Yoruba race. Yoruba country has been called Yoruba country in a book written by the wife of Indira as far as 1851.
Recently, a UK minister said Nigeria's situation is very complex.
Very, very.
And no amount of collaboration can even resolve it. So maybe Nigeria's situation in that context, complex, you will need to really be very careful in handling it.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
So are you saying that separatist agenda should be sustained? Are you saying Nigeria should be balkanized? Are you saying we should go a separate way?
My brother, don't let... I believe in oneness of Nigeria. But under justice, justice for everybody.
How can that
so
be
that
achieved?
anybody can be president anywhere? It's abhorrence to be hearing some group of people to be saying they are determining this, you should be this, you should. Who are these people? And they are marauders. They were not indigenous people originally. It's annoying. It's making somebody's head to crack, and one want to even feel. You understand what I'm saying? Say, now you are coming. If I say now, I know some people will pick me up. See, you say currently I am researching on separatism. I'm a separatist movement. I've reached advanced chapters. I have seen things all over. These people, let them be deceiving themselves. Because of tax alone, Catalonia in Spain, he's saying he's going. He said he's contributing 30% tax to Spain and he's getting less than 10 tax last year.
Now, it's...
Basque to who he's going.
It's looking like...
But I don't know.
This present administration, they lack the right answers or solution to the problems of this country.
They listen.
And in what looks like maybe a reversal. President Buhari is asking that Africa be cited, relocated from Stuttgart in Germany to Nigeria. Maybe that can also help, in tackling this security issue that we have.
What's the reply from Pentagon this morning? He said no. Pentagon says no. That's the reply. Why should you be expecting you have been colonial, you have been colonized for years? Nigeria is British company, in quote. So now you are now telling us, at a stage some of these leaders say we should be praying. You take that one to court. Say, Agbeja Dura was court. We have brought prayer to court. That's metaphysical. The court wants to deal with something that is real. It's not that the prayer is not working. But these people, they have done things that have caused a lot of problem in itself. What we are facing now is governmental criminality versus another level of criminality. Where you are supposed to talk, you keep quiet. Where the military is supposed to go and take out some elements, they will, police, they will be watching them. I don't want to name names. People are saying it. Look at visa on arrival. Your president give visa on arrival. How much of investment can somebody with staff and mat come and invest in Nigeria? And to be near investment in Nigeria. Visa on arrival. All the way from Tuareg of the remnant of Gaddafi down to Mali, from Mali now to Burkina Faso to Niger, then Chad to Nigeria. We saw it, we told them. Did they listen? Now they are everywhere. Didn't you read about some of them that even compromised and said they will help them to do certain thing in 2015, supposing Jonathan Faye to go?
And the sovereignty of Nigeria in tackling all of this? The sovereignty.
Sovereignty?
Right.
Do you have sovereignty again?
How do you mean?
The moment your territorial integrity is compromised, your sovereignty is already affected. Apart from the supranational power, elementary government now, whereby United Nations, ECOWAS, what have you, I mean, they do little things there because of international relations. But what you are having is that internally, say, the man in the Aso Rock Buhari does not have capacity again.
Now, Gumi said, like I also mentioned earlier, that these guys are just a victim of circumstance, all right? Maybe we've allowed some people get into the country and we can't cater for them. And so he says, see, we need to cater for these people. They also need to share, they need a share of the national cake. Let them also feel like they belong.
People from another country.
In this country. He said they can be likened to the Niger Deltans who were fighting the other time and building a pipeline.
You see where they are going. You see that's why they are creating North Eastern development, whatever. Before you know it now, Southwest will say you need development. Before you know it now, Middle Belt will say development. They are doing rivalries in the face of insecurity. They are using partisan approach and politicization of security. Doom. They can't get any answer. If you want to tackle security, you forget about partisanship. You forget about I'm a APC, I am PDP, Apuga, or whatever you call yourself. I'm a religion A, religion B. It is when you are living that you can serve God. Though there's life in the afterlife. But if I'm going to die, why not try to descend death?
Beyond the wailings we got from the National Assembly recently, I bring it back to you again, just as we, wrap up the show, the first segment. What is the way out? Those that we expect should also tackle or be instrumental in bringing solution to the issues. They are also wailing like the man on the street.
They are wailing because they don't know what they are doing. That's the problem. So, by His grace, in tackling terrorism, though terrorism is a global phenomenon, everybody knows that one, and there are those who care to know. One, there's what they call national power. Whatever you have, you bring to the table. At that level, you don't discriminate. This is one they don't vote for me. This one, in the face of insecurity, you don't talk all those things. National power should be deployed, and in the deploying of a national power, specially trained squad that can be at bay in Fernando Po, that they locate certain thing in Beduguri, one they take on fear, boom, one they take it, one they pada. All these military boys and boys who less experience has there to go on Facebook. People who are carrying jagamu, who want to die anytime, who don't cry about anything. You need special squad. That's number one thing. And in getting that special squad, it's not then you must form parallel Boko Haram.
Tell us.
Oh, this type of thing shouldn't be talked into at this level, but something of that nature that we use Lotus strategy to penetrate them, enter the place, see them, give them what they call stratagem and some other things, and decoy. You know this guy, this master dribbler in Nigeria, Osijegi. He is going right, you go and be falling at the left side. You understand? And so decoy, and you'll be there, you'll be studying them.
Are we still saying we don't know where they are?
These people that they are fighting over who spends so money, this money, money. It's not about buying guns. If it is to face Nigerian soldiers, the military will finish them within 10 minutes. But it's quite different from the type of strategy they are using.
Asymmetric.
It's asymmetrical. So if that is the situation, that's why you need to deploy so many. All these ECOWAS thing, cut it off for now. It is when you have Nigeria, you talk about ECOWAS. Freedom of movement. Which movement? Terrorists are moving to our nation. You say we are doing ECOWAS. Which ECOWAS? You can even say ECOWAS. I am no longer interested in what you are doing for now until the terrorists are bait. I'm telling you, it's a serious matter.
As we speak, some people are still in captivity.
They are in captivity, and there's not even hope is not rising yet.
We really consider amnesty for these bandits.
Bandits, amnesty for bandits. First of all, I don't know about that one. If you have committed crime against the nation, you are arrested. Go to the court system, face justice. Is it not? That's what Holy Quran says. That's what Holy Bible says. That's what the Vedic literature says. That's what the Fa says. When you finish that one, then sort them out. The hardened one, the one that is ready to repent, over the years through radicalization. Over the years, not 2 weeks, the radicalization. Some of them are going back already. We read it. Which means they come here to spy you, and then they are going back. This military, they have been put in total disarray. It's a pity and pity because of their boys, they are our people, they are our in-laws, they are our brothers and sisters. So it's annoying seeing them dead, die too. The same thing with the police people. So when you do all these things and then you put it together, you'll be able to get something for Nigeria. Then all the schools, get them first. Put CCTV and then put guards there. The future of terror that we studied as the same future of terror, which means attacking the library, which means a symbol for education, and then land, which is farming. All those things are here already. Future last in a study. It's not me. It's not me. It's as a study. Everything is here. The last level now is that they will be poisoning water. That's why some of them are asking for water. And then to run it up, is that the issue of all this. We should be very, very careful. You don't politicize security. They've not got it right. They should call all other everybody come together and then discuss this issue. Like confab. Like form of common water. And don't bring in sinister motive. There are a lot of agenda upon agenda upon agenda.
Calling people together to achieve what now?
Well, you first of all solve this security thing, no. Because if you don't solve this security thing, nobody should ever think that we are going for second civil war. Nobody. Rather, people just say, so that after all, they didn't invite me as Yoruba people to join Nigeria. British did it. They called me my country before. They didn't tell me that I should be part of them. So, those are the options.
Let's open the phone lines.
They should please look into
0705 500949 0705 500949 to contribute on the program. Just as we wrap up the very first segment on the show, yet another guest waiting, and we'll still be looking at also something different. Okay, so you're making something of what bringing people together, because definitely we had confab that Jonathan put together the other time. What did we do with the resolution?
That's his 100 plus resolution.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, David. Hello?
Hello, go on. We can hear you. Go on. Make your point.
I want to react to the statement made by this student. Honestly speaking, like our guest, we have said it all. Except only if we are deceiving ourselves. The amalgamation took place in 2014. That is 100 years. We want to have reviewed the constitution that established it. 1999 constitution is wrong for now. It can never be in operation for many years again. We probably will have another president in 2026. The president will inherit all this. And it's like starting all over again. Setting up different type of policy, taking this, doing that, doing this. At the end of the day, our money will be transformed again. So I believe in what our guests have. That is the solution. But Nigeria this day, let's sit down and be patient.
All right, thank you. The line actually went bad at some point there. Let's see, 0705 500949, 0705 500949. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Kyle.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir. I thank you very much for your great program, and I really appreciate your guest here as well. I just want to have a contribution to what you said. I think the man has told us virtually what we need to know, but to my best understanding is missing something out. It's profiling solution about military hiking up their power, but the reality is we are missing something, which is this military being overstretched and our security architecture not being able to secure the entire country. It is by design. So the people in government are not concerned because this is what they want. I will cite a very good two examples for you. Just 3 days ago, we went in Abuja. There were these trucks of foreigners and who knows where they come from. They came to villages close to Abuja, walking distance, according to people. And what happened? Many schools decided to close yesterday, Friday. They closed up just to protect the lives of the children, for them not to be kidnapped. But the question is, what has the security done to that? Have they even visited those villages? No. So don't let anybody think we are in the military are overstretched. No. This is a design. They ignore because they have the plan to take over the land at all costs.
All right,
thank you. In the end of what happened last week Thursday in Ekiti, they came with trucks, with vans, about 31, according to people that were there, 31. Each of them carrying about 20 or more than so people. Came to the army barracks. Army didn't allow them in. Some of the people that could confront them there went to talk to them. They said, yeah, they came for military training. They trained somewhere. They came to conclude their training. Military did not allow them in. The soldier didn't allow them in. After about 2 hours of staying outside there, almost everyone in town came to witness this in Ekiti. What happened? Others came from above. They should let them in.
Thank you.
Eventually, the soldier allowed them in, but they didn't allow them to come in with their stuffs. And don't be surprised, Tayo. When those people will be, when they will eventually leave the army barracks, maybe in a week or two, I bet you they will come out with military uniform.
All right, so the point is made. Thank you. Let's allow some others also make their call. You didn't tell us the name, though.
Thank you, Tayo.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Right.
Okay.
0705 5000 949 0705 5000 949. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, 0705 5000 949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Your name, please.
It's Adebo from Oluyole.
All right.
I just want to commend the analyst. So may God bless you, sir. You will live to see Nigeria of your dreams, sir. I'm so happy to call you. This is the first I'm calling. I'm so happy. I don't know if that's of patriotic Nigeria like this. He's not just talking, he provides the solution. And he tells us what is going on in this country. Anybody that is pretending, maybe they are hiding under religion or political party, they should wake up to the reality that is telling us at the feet. Good morning, sir. May God bless you, sir. I'm really happy.
Thank you for your contribution. Angel Falorenshaw, thank you for showing up on the program.
It's my pleasure.
I have to let you go now.
Thank you very much.
We can't despair, continuously. We need to talk about it.
That's right.
We need to find solutions.
Yeah.
And we need to be positive about it.
Okay. That's it.
Now, I'm reiterating what should be in your mind.
Yeah, that's it. We need to, find solutions. But 2 solutions left now. Mm-hmm. Some say they want restructuring. The other one is going apart. Post.
What do you want?
As regards my own now, because I'm already having a rethink. I don't see this nation sustaining the way we are going. So the way we are going, we have to reverse it. Otherwise, for nothing.
Michael Angel Falorenshaw is a trained journalist and a rhetorician. He has vast experience in political and strategic communication. Thank you once again for coming on the podium.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you, dear listener. We'll go on a short break. I'll be back.
FM
94.9.
ọ̀rọ̀ ayé wa ń fẹ́ àtúnṣe ọlọ́run fàánú yanjú ẹ̀.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni o májẹ̀mú àti gbé wòlíì. prophetess evangelist dr gbemisola ibrahim jb. oníkojúkò káàkiri àgbáyé lórí tí wọ́n ṣe lábẹ́ ìgbé yìí o. wákàtí àtúnṣe. gbogbo ọjọ́ ìṣẹ́gun tuesday ọ̀sọ̀ọ̀sẹ̀ ló wáyé. láago 9 àárọ̀ sáago 12 ọ̀sán. nínú ilé ọlọ́run wa. CAC covenant miracle prayer ministries. tó wà number 4 covenant church building. lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ bricklayers association house. sípà garage junction. Akala express road. Oduana Ilewe Ìbàdàn. Tó bá wá dọjọ́ Wednesday. ọ̀sọ̀ọ̀sẹ̀ ní pàdé àdúrà tá a gbà kórí ẹ̀ ní fàánú yanjú ẹ̀ wáyé o. lẹ́ka ìjọ wa tó wà lẹ́yìn 18 to 22. shopping plaza first gate. sádójúkọ Ìdíọ̀yà transformer. Ìdíọ̀yà junction. off Akala express road. new garage Ìbàdàn. láago 9 òwúrọ̀ sáago 12 ọ̀sán. nọ́mbà yìí ni kẹ́gbẹ́ 08055164104 tàbí 0811546
1606 tí a náà ní sọ̀rọ̀ ṣe lórúkọ Jésù àmì o.
Uncle Dentist, wetin be cavities and how Colgate take dey protect my teeth from cavities? Shey e dey use comfort?
No dear, na hole for teeth dey cause most tooth pain wey be cavity. But if you use Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection take brush every day, the confirmed formula go help keep natural calcium inside our teeth wey go protect them from tooth decay.
Time don reach to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate, because Colgate locks calcium in.
And the Nigerian Dental Association, they recommend Colgate.
Ìwọ ti jókòó ṣe ìdánwò àti wọlé ẹ̀kọ́ gíga láìmọye ìgbà tó sì jẹ́ wípé ìfìdírẹmi ló ń bá pàdé wò ó má làágùn jìnnà. Apex tutorial classes ti gbé ọ̀nà àbáyọdé wàyí láti jókòó ṣe àwọn ìdánwò bíi NECO, WAEC, UTME, post-UTME tó sì yànyọ nígbà kan ṣoṣo. Bẹ́ẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ ìgbáradì tó kójú òṣùwọ̀n fáwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tí ń bẹ nípele JSS1 sí SSS3 náà gbẹ̀yìn láwọn morning and evening classes wa lówó tí ògùn pa. Àwọn olùkọ́ tí mùṣemúṣe wọn dá mùṣemúṣe tóun ti àyíká tí mú ẹ̀kọ́ rọrùn ló jẹ́ kí Apex tutorial classes ó wà lókè téńté tábìlì. Ọ̀fẹ́ ni ìforúkọsílẹ̀. Ẹ máa bọ̀ tààrà wá sí Apex tutorial classes tó wà ní Mobile Petrol Station UI tàbí ládojúkọ Zenith Bank Iwo Road. Àtúwà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ Masao Petrol Station Oríta Àpẹrin. Ẹ tún lè rí wa ní Old Debisi Terminus, Sẹ̀lẹ̀ Bus Stop, Old Ife Road. Bẹ́ẹ̀ la wà ní His Grace Plaza, Ẹlẹ́yẹlé Ìbàdàn. Ẹ sì lè pè wá sórí 0805-085-4922 tàbí 0817-202-7411.
Ìbàdàn 9 mobile 4G LTE ti balẹ̀ gùdẹ̀. àfihàn eré ìdárayá bí wọ́n ṣe ń gbà wọ́n ní yàjó á yàtọ̀. ìpè lórí fídíò àwọn ọmọ rẹ̀ rẹ́kẹ̀ṣẹ̀ iṣẹ́ yóò máa lọ ní rọrùn kò sí yọnu. bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o Ìbàdàn ẹ jẹ gbádùn ìmọ̀ ẹ̀rọ ayélujára pẹ̀lú ojúlówó 4G LTE lórí àtẹ dátà 9 mobile gba gígábáìtì méjì pẹ̀lú wíwà lórí social media lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ fún ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbẹ̀ta náírà, gígábáìtì méje pẹ̀lú wíwà lórí social media lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ ẹgbẹ̀rún kan lé lẹ́ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbẹ̀ta náírà àti gígábáìtì mẹ́ta àtààbọ̀ dátà lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ lálẹ́ ní àwọn àṣàyàn olóṣooṣù fún dátà ẹlẹ́gbẹ̀rún kan náírà àti jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. tẹ *200*3*1# láti bẹ̀rẹ̀. ìlànà àtàdéhùn wàṣà o 9 mobile.
àrí kí n dẹ̀ra fóònù tuntun kó dẹ̀ máa gbóná he bí búrẹ́dì yọ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ yọ nú òfun báyìí. ṣé kò ṣe pọ́n ti gbèrú mi látẹ̀yìn báyìí. wọn ò lè má gbèrú ọ̀ látẹ̀yìn sódẹ̀kẹ́ torí pé pàdé lọ́ọ́ máa dá lórí ọ̀rọ̀ fóònù. kí mo dẹ̀ máa ṣe ebi mo sọ fún ọ pé tó bá ti fẹ́ ra fóònù tí ò ní yọ lẹ́nu Owu Source Phone and Electronic Stores ní kó máa lọ. ilé ìtajà fóònù tó fi máwọn nǹkan èlò ilé tó ń lona tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ lálẹ́ hùmbàdàn síkú yàtọ̀ sí gbàgì. Owu Source Phones and Electronic Stores ló mójúlẹ́jà fóònù tuntun tó jẹ́ quality tó sì pápòṣọ̀ rẹ̀ látòrí Samsung tó fi dórí Nokia, Tecno, Infinix, Itel, Oppo tí wọ́n sọ púpọ̀ ní Owu Source. wọ́n ń ta fóònù àti electronics, wọ́n ń tún fóònù ṣe, wọ́n sì tún ṣe sim registration. kódà ẹ tún lè fi fóònù àlòkù yín gba tuntun ìyẹn swap deal lọ́nà tí ò ní níyín lára. bákan náà èyíkéyìí phone accessories tẹ́ bá ń fẹ́ ó kúnlẹ̀ bí ẹrù. wọ́n wà ní number 1 Ìtẹ̀síwájú house along Radio Nigeria Road Dùgbẹ̀ Ìbàdàn tàbí ní suite 2 Ọláolúwa complex Ọjọ́ roundabout Ọjọ́ Ìbàdàn. ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ 09049866985. Owu Source ilé ẹrù fún fóònù tó jẹ́ ojúlówó.
ó ti fọṣọ gbogbo ọwọ́ ti bó tán iṣẹ́ ni kò sì tún fún ọ láàyè tó yé láti máa fọ aṣọ ní rẹ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀. aṣọ sì rèé kò ṣeé má fọ̀ wò ó má làágùn jìnnà. fífọ àwọn aṣọ rẹ ti di rọrùn. alágbàfọ̀ special nílé iṣẹ́ tí ń bá ní fọṣọ mọ́ tónítóní láì pààrọ̀ àwọ̀. pẹ̀lú náírà péré 50 naira only ó lè fọ aṣọ lọ́pọ̀ yanturu. gbogbo ìmọ́tótó taṣọ nílò nílé iṣẹ́ alágbàfọ̀ special yóò fún gbogbo aṣọ yín kílẹ̀ tó ń dúró dè. ó yá ẹ jẹ́ kí ilé-iṣẹ́ alágbàfọ̀ special ọba yín fọ àwọn aṣọ yín mọ́ tónítóní láì ní àbàwọ́n pẹ̀lú 50 naira péré. fún àlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ ẹ pè tàbí kí ẹ fi àtẹ̀ránṣẹ́ ṣọwọ́ sí wa nílé-iṣẹ́ alágbàfọ̀ special lórí 0816 814 7875 0816 814 7875. nílé iṣẹ́ alágbàfọ̀ special fífọ aṣọ mọ́ tónítóní ìrọ̀rùn ló bá dé.
àwọn olóore wa màrè o. I am in severe pain. I can't touch this neck anymore. If anything happens to me, this Inspector General of Police to be held accountable.
Ṣé
ṣebí Ibrahimu magun mi ti sọ wípé tí mo bá ti dá owó náà padà wọn ò ní pè mí lẹ́jọ́ mọ́. Mo sì ti dánwò náà padà 6 billion. You
know you can be prosecuted for that.
392 million naira.
ọ̀nà gbọ́dọ̀ gbé owó yẹn gbà. ẹlẹ́dàkú. àwọn tó ń pariwo àwọn làwọn ń dáwọ́ táwọn fi ra transformer, àwọn làwọn ń dáwọ́ táwọn fi ń ròpó, àwọn làwọn ń dáwọ́ táwọn fi ra wáyà and so ṣé kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. ètò bá kàtì ẹ̀
wọ́n ní Ministry of Petroleum Resources fi 14.6 million ra báírò lábẹ́ ẹni.
14 Jesus is Lord. 14.
ẹ̀yin oníròyìn ẹ bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run 14.6 million mà kọ́ 14.5 million mà ní.
Oh my days, irú ọmọ wo wá rèé torí Ọlọ́run.
ẹ pàdé Ọlárẹ̀wájú Adéwùsì Ọ̀pẹ̀lẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ pẹ̀lú ikọ̀ rẹ̀ lórí ètò ní olóore ìlú lọ́jọ́jọ́ àbámẹ́ta sátidé láago 10 sáago 11 òwúrọ̀.
God punish anybody wey wan spoil democracy.
Ọlọ́run máa wẹ̀.
God punish them.
When the people became silent,
The government became oppressive. It's time to lend your voice to politics.
On 32 FM 94.9.
Safa peli sizo simnyama Iwasafa Isizo Saba.
Studio time check, now 24 from our studio, 32 FM 94.9. We are live on YouTube, 32 FM 949 Ibadan. I am OLUTAYO, OGUNADE, and of course, this is the last lap of the program. My second guest is right here. It's Charles ADEYEMI, a strategic communication expert and a political scientist. He's right here with me in the studio. Good to have you join me on the program, Charles.
Thank you.
Great.
All right. Nice to be here.
Thank you. I'm sure you're listening on the other conversation too, because I saw when you came in, you were trying to also say one or two things about what the other gentleman spoke about.
Yeah, he really did well in analyzing the situation and condition of this country, talking of insecurity. But at the same time, I think it is necessary for us to analyze our country in line with our compositions. Because when you talk of compositions, you also talk about cultural orientation, talk about interests of different tribes, in the country. So Nigeria, as it is today, we have close to 250 tribes with heritage and with history. And I think they have their native intelligence on how to protect their territories. So at times I just do feel like, is it possible for us to have the Nigerian army or our security umpire, dividing our soldiers according to where they come from?
Right.
They understand their people better.
In what sense?
They understand their culture better.
In Northern now, we police
They understand their geography better. Talking about the Yoruba land now, when you bring an Hausa man here, or a Fulani man, to say Oshogbo, and they say there's a problem in, say, Ororuwo, or Obokun, he probably might not have heard of that place before in his entire life. Talking of understanding how to man the security of that area. But when you take him to his village, probably in Bono or in Yobe or where he comes from, and you say, okay, it's time for you to defend your land. So it is not just about Nigeria as a country fighting terrorism. It is now about different, tribal groups in this country fighting for their land, fighting for their heritage, fighting for their history.
So we do not have what you call the Nigerian dream, just like we have the American dream and...
No. It's when you say Nigerian dream, it's like a fake or like an imitation of the American dream. There is really nothing like the Nigerian dream, the way you talk of the American dream.
Defend America, America first policy.
You can say that here too, but you and I know that will be on a rhetorical level. America is one nation under God. How many nations is Nigeria? More than 250. With dominant ones, Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo. In fact, that was what we were taught in school, Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo. But now, we know there is one Fulani that seems to be more stronger than the rest of us.
They say Hausa Fulani.
of course, that could be a long-term relationship, that leads into something like Hausa Fulani. There is Fulani as a tribe.
Is it constitutionally recognized?
They don't speak Hausa, right? They speak Fufude. All right, they speak Fufude. So when you see a Fulani man, they speak Fufude. There are some Fulani that doesn't speak Hausa, and there are some Hausa people that doesn't speak Fufude. All right, so there are two different tribes, but biology made it happen, or reproduction. People marrying into different tribes could lead to what you now call the Hausa Fulani situation, right? But so far, we have seen that there's a tribe called Fulani, and they're very powerful in Nigeria. I mean, of course, the president of Nigeria is a Fulani man, right? So what I'm thinking, it's just a random thought, that look at the emergence of Amotekun here. The people involved, the hunters, the vigilantes.
They understand the terrain.
They understand.
Speak the people's language.
That's what I'm saying. They understand the terrain. If an Amotekun in Ondo have an understanding of the forest in Ondo, and Amotekun in Osun have an understanding of all the nooks and crannies where criminals are hiding. The point is, we know ourselves. That is the truth we must be telling ourselves. If they say there is a problem in Ibadan now, it happens in Molete, we know those. The people in Molete knows those that can cause trouble in Molete. If they say there's a crisis in Oshogbo, the people in Oshogbo know those who could cause crisis in Oshogbo. But when you bring Yakasa, you bring Tanko, you bring Nuruddin from Yobe to come and settle communal crisis that is happening in Oshogbo, then you are deceiving yourself. It will first of all go through schooling. They will school him. They will tell him the history of that place, tell him the story of that place. In the process of educating him about that terrain, he might be miseducated intentionally. They will give him false information, and he will just be there as a mumu man because he doesn't know anything. The same thing for our soldiers that were taken to Borno, people from the south, soldiers of southern origin that are taken to. Yes, there is this narrative of national unity, national cohesion, understanding, and all those theories. But the fact remains that our diversity is our strength. So what makes it our strength is our acknowledgement of that diversity. That there is a Tayo Ogunbowale in Ibadan who probably has never been to Borno State before.
Ogunbowale.
Oh, sorry. Who has probably not been to Borno State before. But you picked him by order. Oh yeah, move to this place, obey the last command and all of that. Just my own random thought.
Fantastic.
That if natives can do what is happening. I watched an interview about one of the leaders of civilian JTF in Borno State. The man said, we know this Boko Haram. He said, they are with us. We know them. So if you want to discuss it at a national level, then you can begin to say, oh yeah, let's mobilize our soldiers on Nigeria, unity, and in the next thing, people have died, and then you come back to, round table, you come back to the same thing. God bless Nigeria.
Let's talk about how government, come to power in Nigeria. I asked the, Angel Folosho the other time that nearly every Nigerian believes that, the bane of Nigeria's development and is bad governance and also leadership. How come we don't seem to get it right as a nation, those who occupy the leadership position in this country?
Yeah, it's general. You know why it's general? A philosopher once says the people deserves the government they get. Because the government you are talking about is not an imported government. Anything can be imported into the country, not government. So it is the people that voted for government, for people in government. And the difference between the people in power and the people that are not in power is power itself. The difference between people in government and people that are not in government is government itself.
Explain.
Because the people on the streets today will be in government tomorrow. The people in government today were on the street yesterday. And after 4 years, they are 4 years or 8 years maximum, they are going back to the streets. So it is the understanding, the ideology that you have, why on the street, that you will take to government house. It's as simple.
So what we currently have is the best of us.
It is not well. If I want to be sincere with you, it seems to be the best because we make it seem so. Leadership expert John Maxwell said, to know and not to do is simply not to know. If you claim you have solutions to the problem of this country and you don't join politics and you don't get involved in the process, you are just sitting down doing armchair activism or armchair criticism, you are also part of the problem of this country. At times, you don't do things because of what people will say. A lot of us for years, we don't get involved in politics because we felt people will say, he's also going there to chop money. Oh, see his tummy, it's coming out. If you have to listen to every dog that barks along the way, you will never get to your destination. And that is a problem with the Nigerian elite. That's a problem with the Nigerian intellectuals, the professors and all of them. They propound theories. A lot of them, you'll have volume of books that they have written on governance in Nigeria, volume of books on security and all of that, but they kept it in their library. And it's going to be worse if care is not taken, because the upcoming generation are not even interested in books. They just want to shout, Sorosoke, and all of that. And after the sloganeering and all of that, they go back to nag about the situation. The election is coming. Everybody will queue, collect money before the vote election. Dibo, ko sebe, Dibo kora canvas, Dibo kora data, and all of that. So when you finish collecting money, you see a particular candidate. This one is a good candidate. This one has stuff. This one can deliver the society. He has the will, the passion, the determination. He has the cognitive ability to handle responsibility. But you don't put him there.
How come we bench our best 11 in this country?
Well, because we are all...
The best brains don't get there.
Because we are all the same.
How do you mean?
We dream something, and when we wake up, we do another thing. God will not come down from heaven and fix things for us. In fact, in recent time, I tell people in summits and programs, I said, it is high time we stop praying for Nigeria. Especially for people in government.
So what should we do?
We start cursing.
So we can't do that. And this is radio. We can't even allow this to go on radio.
You don't get what I'm saying.
Tell us.
When you pray for people that they are doing bad, right? They are doing bad. They are not doing well. And they are doing it intentionally. Some people in government want to amass so much wealth so that by the time they leave government, they will continue to live larger than life. Some want to amass so much wealth that belongs to the people. Have to go for second term. If constitution permits them, they will go for third term. And then you see in government houses, all these pastors, imam. I'm sorry if you are, of course, I'm also a pastor. I'm talking from what I've seen. So, but if you turn it around to the other one I mentioned the other time, that he said can't go on radio, Nigeria will change.
Now,
and how do let me explain that. Election will come. And when election comes, any election, whether it is party election or national election, the first thing politicians do is to recruit thugs. Most of them don't even talk about programs. They don't talk about policies.
Most of these talks are youth.
Of course, that's what I'm saying.
We'll talk about the involvement of youth in the politics.
Talks. That's what I'm saying. They mobilize talks. Now imagine a Christian association or a Muslim association or the third religion, all right, organizing a crusade just to cause anybody involved in thuggerism, ballot box snatching, guns and cutlass, macheting and all of that during the election, and it goes viral. Probably all the radio stations, TV stations are broadcasting how different churches are praying against touts and all of that. And they are hearing big words that are said against their life and destiny. You think they will not think twice?
Is this local solution?
Native solution.
Native solution.
I'm telling you.
We'll go on a short break now. When we return, I'll still engage Charles Adeyemi. Please don't go away.
32 FM
94.9.
Best Solution Consulting Services Limited is your best choice when it comes to full travel consultancy services. They are highly skilled in ensuring smooth processing of your visa application, as well as providing wide range of quality travel and tour services to their customers, ranging from business trip, solo travel, group travel, honeymoon and family holiday travel package, ticketing and hotel reservation, and for all students who love to further their education abroad in countries like UK, USA, Spain, Poland, Lithuania, Malaysia, Mauritius, the are the educational agency you can trust to secure your admission with 100% assurance. And you will also have the opportunity to work while studying. Take the right step today. Contact Best Solution Consulting Services Limited at 18 to 20 Isuruosho Layout, Sharp Corner, Oluyole Estate Extension, Off Ring Road. Telephone 081-124-73981 and 070-6597-1943. Website www.bestsolutionconsult.com.
Best Solution Consulting Services.
Olówó orí mi, má bínú sí mi, aláàlè pẹ́.
Obìnrin ṣá kí n gbé ọ lọ sírun ọ ṣe mékọ́ọ̀bù nítorí gbé ọ lọ ọ̀dọ̀ télọ̀ èmi gan sì ti gbàsọ mi n bò mo ti ara yà ń wégele fẹ́ fan.
èsì àwọn obìnrin lọ rí un ṣùgbọ́n gbogbo ohun tó o fẹ́ lójú kan ló wà l'Alabama House àmọ́ àwọn ìwégele fẹ́ fan o. tó bá ń gbọ́lé ẹ̀ṣọ́ ilé oge Alabama House ní jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ Diamond Standard Beauty and Spa ló ti ṣojú lóge tó fi mọ́ pẹ́díkíọ̀ máníkíọ̀ bó sì ṣe kan bọ̀ tóra rẹ̀ ìyún màsáàjì irun tá a bá bọ̀ ṣe lọ́kùnrin tàbóbìnrin ọ̀ dàrí mọ́lẹ̀ lọ́ni àwòpadà sẹ́yìn needle and thread bespoke tailoring bẹ́ẹ̀ tá ti ń faṣọ dára lóríṣiríṣi tí ó dàbí ẹni pé wọ́n bímọ ni. àyè sì tún wà fẹ́yìn tẹ́ fẹ́ kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ nípa bọ́n ṣe ránṣọ. ìyún fashion school gbogbo ohun tó fẹ́ lójú kan ló wà l'Alabama House suite 1 ládojúkọ FRSC office tuntun lọ́pọ̀pọ̀nà dùgbẹ̀sẹ̀ lẹ́yẹlé Benjamin Ìbàdàn 08074029577. Alabama House ilé oge ààfin ẹwà.
Uncle Dentist, wetin be cavities and how Colgate take dey protect my teeth from cavities? Shey dey use comfort?
No dear, na hole for teeth dey cause most tooth pain wey be cavity. But if you use Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection take brush every day, the confirmed formula go help keep natural calcium inside our teeth wey go protect them from tooth decay.
Time don reach to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate, because Colgate locks calcium in.
Now, the Nigerian Dental Association, they recommend Colgate.
Oya Jima soon nínú special star promo tí lè ṣe Infinity Estate tó ń talẹ̀ fọkànbalẹ̀ yẹn ń ṣe báyìí fáwọn lẹ́wọ̀n tí wọ́n ń tà. Ìròyìn ayọ̀dẹ ó yẹ ṣẹlẹ̀ fún wa. Bàbá gbàjámọ̀ àti gbogbo ẹni tó fẹ́ kọ́lé dùnú lákòókò àjíǹde yìí ilé-iṣẹ́ Infinity tata Infinity Estate phase 3 tó wà ní Kílà Ẹ̀fọ̀n town ní Bàdàdàkùtà expressway ní 85,000 naira per plot pẹ̀lú 45,000 owó dọ́kúmẹ̀ntì ẹ̀ àti Infinity Estate phase 4 tó wà ní Kílà Ẹ̀fọ̀n town bákan náà tó ti dìlú gbà 120,000 naira per plot nìyẹn pẹ̀lú 45,000 owó dọ́kúmẹ̀ntì ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn ẹ̀bùn tó pọ̀pọ̀pọ̀ tẹ́ ẹ máa gbà lákòókò yìí tètè lọ́rọ̀ tí ó. bákan náà wọ́n tún talẹ̀ lówódé Ìlàró road lẹ́nìjà bus stop off Atan road 300,000 naira per plot nìyẹn pẹ̀lú 100,000 owó dọ́kúmẹ̀ntì ẹ̀ àyẹ̀sọ́ díẹ̀díẹ̀ àti gbẹ̀tánwà ọ́fíìsì Infinity Estate wà ní Lashore bus stop opposite Mobi filling station Ọ̀tà road Ogun State telephone 081-222-911-45 lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí 081-222-911-45.
Good news from AgroLink to all farmers and anyone aspiring to venture into farming. AgroLink is a reputable, people-oriented company that specializes in mechanizing farming business, irrigation, crop production, and animal production management in both small or large-scale sizes. Sales of acres of land for farming purposes at very affordable prices. Animal farming equipment, silos construction, oil milling processing equipment, and agrochemical are for sales. Sure, AgroLink is your best plug for farming business. Visit us today at Law Haven beside St. Anne's Anglican Hospital, Molete Challenge, Ibadan, or call 0706-219-3352 and 081-1500-9902. AgroLink, your dependable link to our Greek business.
Father, plant money.
ká ní wípé ìwọ lómìnira láti ṣàkóso owó rẹ níbikíbi káàkiri àgbáyé láàtò tó péye jẹ gbádùn bí o ṣe fẹ́ tó sì tún ní ànító tòun ti àníṣẹ́kù láti fi pamọ́ fúnra rẹ fọ́mọ rẹ àti fáwọn ọmọ rẹ àjẹ́ wípé ìwọ gan lọ̀gá pèsè ọ̀la irú ọ̀la tí kì í tán báyìí ni ẹ ó máa jẹ gbádùn pẹ̀lú F&K Savings torí pé wọ́n fi ó kọ wọn sílẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àjọ Corporate Affairs Commission of Nigeria àti Credit and Investment Society of Nigeria. F&K Savings yóò ṣe ìrànwọ́ fún yín láti jẹ́ kí ọrọ̀ ajé yín ó tún rú gọ́gọ́ sí pẹ̀lú àwọn àtò savings and investment package wa lónìrànràn. Bákan náà ni à ń ṣe àwọn àtò bíi real estate, ètò ọ̀gbìn àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Ó yá ẹ máa bọ̀ tààrà lólú ilé-iṣẹ́ F&K Savings tó wà ní number 3 Ayọ̀ Adékúnlé Close lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ Farm Hotel New Bodija Ìbàdàn tàbí Suite 14 Àṣẹ Complex Veterinary Junction Mọ́kọ́lá Ìbàdàn. Ẹ̀ló wa ní 0810-877-3812 tàbí 0808-068-5668.
Danabit Homes and Properties ló kórè dé. Ẹ wá ralẹ̀ kẹ́dùn nílé lórí.
Ẹ̀dá tí ò mọ bí tẹ́gbẹ́ rẹ̀ ti ń là. Irú ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ó mọ̀ ṣe làálàá lásán. Ilé-iṣẹ́ Danabit Homes and Properties wọ́n ti ṣetán láti sọ kó wá donílẹ̀ rọrùn nínú àwẹ̀ Ramadan tọdún 2021 yìí o. Tẹ́ ẹ bá tún ṣe ń ralẹ̀ lẹ́tùn máa gba páàkì. Ilé ìtókò fún ẹ̀bùn lóríṣiríṣi bíi sẹ̀móvita, mílìkì, ṣúgà, bọ́nfìtà àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Ilẹ̀ plọ̀tì kan ní Treasure Estate tó wà ní Ìdó ti di 550,000 naira. Torí ti àwẹ̀ Ramadan yìí ni tẹ́sí tó gba ẹ̀bùn páàkì Victory Estate tó ń bẹ ní Alábàtà Mọ́níyà tí ò ju ìwakọ̀ ìṣẹ́jú 5 péré sínú railway àti dry port. Ó náà ti di 700,000 naira lásìkò tá a wà yìí. Ààyè sísan díẹ̀díẹ̀ tún wà. Danabit Homes and Properties wọ́n wà ní Prime Time Plaza Ọba Alẹ́sìn lọ́yẹ̀ phase 2 lójú ọ̀nà tó lọ sí Free Ìbàdàn 0904-779-7352 àti 0818-841-8137.
Danabit Homes and Properties don't pay you.
Just because you do not take an interest in politics doesn't mean politics won't take an interest in you.
The funds spent were properly spent because we got them from intervention funds.
Only you waka come. There is God.
I don't know which party my wife belongs to, but she belongs to my kitchen and my living room and the other room.
Stay in tune with politics on 32 FM 94.9.
Welcome back. It's the Podium on 32 FM 94.9. Charles Adeyemi is right here. And while on the break, I said, see, let's bring the conversation, down, really. And let's talk about the ills, some of the things that we consider improper, all right, in this country. For instance, he spoke about folks the other time, and I said the youths are the ones involved in thuggery many times, in political thuggery and all of these things. They are the ones the politicians use. How can we stop this? Let's talk to ourselves. Charles Adeyemi is also a youth in politics.
Of course. Well, it's very simple. To start, we must engage. We must engage ourselves. And our engagements must be based on truth. We must not be trying to impress the international community by copying what the Americans, the Europeans, what they are doing, and then we bring all of it here, swallowing it. Thank God for Christianity, thank God for Islam, but we have a root. We have a place where we belong. That is the only place that our leaders fear most.
Where do we belong?
The other time I was talking about we stopping all this praying for leaders, praying for politicians and all of that. We have to switch. So you can imagine a situation whereby, like I said earlier, election is coming and we have some denominations cursing anyone that wants to distract.
Use curse.
Oh, sorry. Blessing the other way around. People who are, trying to disrupt the election. We have anointed men of God who, when they speak, things happen, right? But then, the same set of people, you find them, among where our problem really is. And at that level, it is no longer about the truth. It's about patronage. So when youths gather and we say, okay, we want this country to change, of course, we can continue to complain. We can continue to nag. We can continue to blame the past generation. But wait, this is us now. The Yoruba person will say, Omotoni Baba Onwolo enu elo waye. That is you that say your leaders are not doing fine, your leaders are not doing good, your leaders have not put anything down for you. What are you going to put down for your children? Are you gonna, pass complaints as generation? No, you have to fix it. You have to fix it. So the youth must develop capacity. That's where to start from. And the capacity must be based on sincerity. The youth must be truthful to ourselves. We must tell ourselves some truth. It is not beyond patronage. We know those that can deliver in this country. We know those that has the capacity to lead this country aright, even in a different grassroots locality. That's where it starts from. But when youth gather and they said, oh, this is the person because he can afford to give you money, that is where the problem lies. So from there, the problem moves to the next stage, the state level, it moves to federal state, it moves to federal level. So, and then we continue like that.
You said there is no fear again.
Yes, there is no fear. Because an average person believes that if he gets into government, if he do anything wrong, he can get away with it. And that situation has plummeted to a stage where even those that are not in government are having this mentality that when we do something, we can get away with it. So everywhere, the situation is almost breaking down.
And the instrument of the law or the position of the law, some of these crimes,
is also corrupted. It's also corrupted. When you see a youth in Nigerian police force, the first thing in his head is, how do I make money? How do I extort anybody passing for me to make money? I want to ride in jeeps. I want to build big houses. These are not bad things, right? But when it's your time to do it, God has a way of bringing it when you are hardworking. Now, I don't want to sound celestial now. When you are hardworking and you give your best. But when we now begin to have a socialization of crime, whereby young people felt, well, whatever we want to do, let's just do it. I mean, nobody will catch us. We have organized thugs in different states in this country. I mean, look at the word, organized thugs. We know them. They have names. They have nomenclatures. They have area. They have streets. They have godfathers. These are the people that when election comes, they engage them. They give them money.
And they far outnumber the quality youth.
Of course. Of course.
The failure of the state.
Yes, the failure of the state, but the state is also not a machine. The state is a composition of people. So whatever happens to the state is a reflection of the people of the state. So what are good people doing? Someone said the major punishment of a good people that stand doing nothing is that bad leadership will triumph, is that bad people will triumph.
Someone said the other time that Nigerians are gullible, all right, because we tend to believe almost anything that they throw our way, and we never question the things we are told. And this also happens when, during electioneering, people just put forward a particular candidate. You're not doing your due diligence, and the youths are also using the tool of, do I say propaganda here? Some of these candidates just find themselves in offices.
Well, I don't believe Nigerians are gullible. Not at all. I don't believe Nigerians are gullible. What happens is that we are only not courageous enough to challenge the status quo. We are not courageous enough to look at the system and get engaged. Basically, we are not courageous enough to seek wisdom and knowledge on how to go about these things. I'll tell you something. According to Dale's typology, there are levels of political participation. When we say join politics or participate in the running of your country, we are not saying join party. In fact, for me, that is not where it starts. We are not saying join party. There's a level of the political, there's a level of the political. You are just interested in the progress of your environment. Okay, there is no water in this environment. There's supposed to be water. Majority in this environment, the people in that environment, there's no water, they will sit down, waiting for government to bring water. 2 weeks, there may not be water. 3 weeks, there may not be water. Okay, there is no electricity. This is an urban area. This is Ibadan, for crying out loud. There are some areas here that has not experienced electricity in few weeks now. The people in that environment are sitting down, waiting for, the IBDC or whoever is in charge to just come up on their own to do it. Things doesn't work that way. There was a time many years ago, in school, in the particular area where I stay, there was no light for 6 months, right? For 6 months, straight 6 months. So the students troop out after 6 months to go and protest against the NEPA.
So you're saying we are docile?
That time. So I saw them going. And of course, I have been a student union leader. I understand the language and all of that. So I look at them that if I don't join them to coordinate, things may go out of hand. So I join them. I find my way to the front. I address them. Greatest back, boo, boo, that kind of a thing. And then we got to NEPA office. All the NEPA guys have run away, So from there, we mobilized to their regional headquarters that time. The Oga, for the place, said he's not aware that that area is having issue of electricity. So we now said, but look at this number of people. Are you saying that we are here to come and play, or we are here for Tom and Jerry of a thing? The man said, don't worry. So he picked his phone and called the station in that area. The manager of that area told his regional manager that there is no problem. The man put it on speaker. We are all listening. And all of us are going, 6 months. The man now said, you said there's no problem. How do you mean? These are young people that want to burn this place. And you are telling me there's no problem. You know what the man said? In Yoruba, he said, Oga fuse one last one no caught. That is, it is only their fuse that caught. And they were in darkness for 6 months. The man now said, does that mean there is nothing you can do about it? He said, don't worry, sir, we'll go and fix it. The gap is between, this is Cocoa House, right? This is Dugbe. The distance is purely between Cocoa House and Iwo Road. They have problem in Iwo Road. Regional.
So what do you identify as the problem?
What I identify is that we are not courageous enough to challenge our problems. There's a difference between just nagging and shouting than rising up to challenge the situation.
And when the youths,
how many of our youths
the other time?
I'm coming.
With the slogan Sorosuke, which you said the other time too.
You know, I'm coming. How many of our youths are engaging INEC? How many of our youths are engaging Nigerian Police Service Commission, even Nigerian Police? How many civil society, youth-led civil society are we having? How many of them are not money-driven? The other time, I supported the Sorosuke people. I don't want to use the word movement. I support the Sorosuke people. But when you look at the way it started with NSAS. That is an agitation. All right? That's an agitation. Security, killing of youths by police, that is an agitation. There is a time to start an agitation. There is a time to stop an agitation. There are durations for any struggle. There are durations. So if you want to pick it up again and let's say stop bad governance, how do you stop bad governance? Now you go engage governance now. It is not by staying on the streets and remaining there.
How do you engage
and
governance?
Say, it is just what I've said. We have different thematic areas of governance. We have education. Is our education okay? Do we have youth that are working in the area of education? Yes, we have. But how many are they? They are very minute. We have the aspect of security. How many youth are involved in engaging government on the aspect of security, just security alone? I know of Clean Foundation in Abuja. Unfortunately, we lost the founder, Innocent Chukuma, the other time. It was Clean Foundation that exposes me to another a donor organization, J4A, Justice for All, who is a donor organization supported by DFID based in UK. How many youths are working in that area? We have issue of health, public health. It's a serious issue in this country. How many of our youths are working in this thematic area? We need more youth to be active.
How can
in the area
awaken the consciousness?
That is what we are doing here. Our social media is also a tool. Some of us who are privileged to be exposed to some of these things, we must now begin to be telling our stories. When good stories, inspiring stories, motivational stories, when it filled the airwaves, all right, then you will have youths who will be interested in impacting their country for good. Not just about sloganeering, just shouting and it will not solve anything. It won't solve anything. We have issues. There are some states now that could not pay salaries again. How many people are saying, okay, it's not just about pay your salary. No.
It's about what?
It's about engagement. Why are we not paying salaries? What is responsible for it? If the governor or whatever is giving you an idea, it means you must have a superior idea. It means that is how to challenge the government. That's how to challenge the status quo. You must also be connected. You must build that capacity. Capacity building is directly proportional to nation building. And this is not theory. It is not rocket science. If you don't build capacity to a level where you can independently engage, your government, then forget about good governance. You put your life and destiny in the hands of politicians. It is wrong. You have to engage them very well. You have to ask questions.
Hello, good morning.
Okay.
Hello. All right. 0705 5000 949 0705 5000 949. Let's take one or two calls before we go on the program. Charles Adeyemi speaking about the need for us to engage those in government, and that is how we can really achieve the result that we desire. Not just about sloganeering.
No. No. That is just like you are taking a alcohol, you get high, and when it's clear off, you discover you are still in the same.
Of example. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. There's a caller there. All right, 0705 5000 949. The youths that are not, in your own words, not caught in the advantaged, ration. What do we do about them? They seem to be in the majority, and they're causing troubles for the country.
Yeah, it depends. It depends on what you mean by advantaged, because an average youth in this country is not advantaged. And I give you an example of what we can do, as young people who has platforms, young people like yourself, like myself, like any young media person, listen to us now.
Hello. Go on.
Like any young media person listening to us now, you can use your platform to inspire youth to do a lot of things. I think precisely 2003, we're on our way to NANS convention. And when you are going to NANS convention, then you mobilize all these bad guys. You know what I'm talking about. So while we get to, in one of those days while we're going, there's this particular guy. He was known for bad things, that time. But whenever we are going on such program, we engage ourselves. We talk about national issues. We talk about nation building and national transformation. This guy was so carried away with what we were discussing.
Hello.
That he said, he was so carried away that he said if he had known, he wouldn't have joined cultism in his life. That if he had known, that statement in 2003 registered in my brain. And the reason why I move aggressively into what I do is partially because of what happened that day. This is a guy that we are all afraid of. Everybody is afraid of him on campus. He's a he's a very bad guy. So the guy said if he had known, he wouldn't have joined cultism. If he had found organizations like ours, organizations like young people who are impacting the society, people who are working so hard on nation building and national transformation, that he wouldn't have joined. Now, this is what we must know. An average youth is energetic. And if you don't engage their energy, they will find expression somewhere else. And that is where we are today. So I like to see a new Nigeria led by youth, where individual freedom and abundant life will be guaranteed to all our people. I want to see a new Nigeria where young people can know that there's a future, for them. I want to see a new Nigeria where I wouldn't bother taking my children out of this country in order to give them a good life that they deserve.
Thank you very much, Charles Adeyemi, for sharing your time this morning on the podium. Thank you much more, dear listener. Can see the calls, but we can't take calls now. We need to leave the studio for another program. My name is OLUTAYO, OGUNADE. Thank you once again. Let's continue the engagement. From me, it's have a lovely weekend. Bye for now.
When the people became silent,
the government became oppressive. It's time to lend your voice to politics.
On 32 FM 94.9.
Show me your 32.